Came out firing. Lou Dawkins spotting and launching for three, and then Alvin Pooh Williamson for three. He scored 20 points in 40 minutes with no turnovers for Alvin Pooh. Before the end of the half, Lou Dawkins all alone. Tulsa up 63-38 at the half. Second half, Bruins make a run. Ed O'Bannon with the floater. He had 30 points. Then Cameron Dollar, the nice dump off to Tyus Edney for the layup and foul. The run not over. Marquise Burns for three. Count it. Ed finds brother Charles in transition for the layup. UCLA pulled to within 12 after the 22-9 run. Tubby Smith a little worried, but the momentum changed. Gary Collier, straight away he scored 34, and then Collier again. Underneath, pump fake, scores on his foul. Tulsa with the upset, their second tourney win ever. The Golden Hurricane, in their first tourney appearance in 7 years, scored the first 10 points of the game. The Bruins give up more than 100 points for just the second time in 92 tournament games. So the Pac-10 continues its first-round struggle. This year, the Bruins at the buzzer. Oh, Skippy! New Mexico State down 5 at the break. Second half, Aggies looking to keep Bryant Reeves in check. The smothering D on Big Country. He gets clobbered. The Cowboys' backcourt picks up the slack. Randy Rutherford, the fall-down fade for three. He scored 28. And the D, Brooks Thompson, comes up with the steal on the break. Give it up! Rutherford. Aggies go 8 minutes down the stretch without a point. OSU wins by 10. The Cowboys advance despite Big Country Bryant Reeves scoring just 11 points on 5 shots. Cowboys also commit 22 turnovers. Eddie Sutton said, we got to play better next game or we'll be packing our bags and going home.
He's got a healthy Alan Henderson taking on Gary Trent. The Max leading scorer had 18. We're tied at 39, and Bobby Knight says, don't give up the easy buckets. Cut off the baseline. Henderson answers. Watch the body control, the strength. He scored 8 straight. Second half, Hoosiers move it. Bailey, Evans, Graham, Henderson the flush. Bailey had 14 points, 6 boards, 4 assists. Bobby Knight, bad back at all. Moving on, the Hoosiers win at 84-72. Henderson making up for lost time last year when he played injured. Senior Chad Estes had 23 for the Bobcats and said after the game, I don't want to go into the locker room and take my uniform off. Too emotional. The Philly battle, Drexel and Temple. Temple playing like a champion, dominant in all phases. Brunson the baseline. Eddie Jones picks it up, throws it down at 15. Owls tough on D. Drexel moves it around, but Jones says, get that shot out of here. Temple fans thrilled with the D. Owls took care of the ball. They turned it over only 5 times. And then Jones grabs the board and reverse flushes. Finally, there's Aaron McKee. Didn't score any in the first half for 3, and it dropped. He had 21 and a half, too. He alone outscored Drexel, 21-20. After the game, Bill Harrigan said McKee was making tough shots, NBA-type shots that he's going to make for the next 12 or 15 years.
Florida, Blue Devils would make it tough on Texas Southern all night. Cherokee Parks, rejection, and then Chris Collins, release, rotation, splash. Collins had 20. Tigers tried to hang tough. Kevin Adams bumped me, spin me. What a shot by Adams. But Mr. Complete, Grant Hill, stepped his game up. Poke, check, steal. Grant Hill likes to dunk the ball, Carl. Grant Hill again, the pick, the pass. Antonio Lang. Hill finished with 11 points, 5 assists. Duke wins it. Duke improves to 12-1 in the first round game since 1955. Their biggest lead was 22. Chris Collins nailed 4 3-pointers and scores 20 points to lead 5 players in double figures. Seton Hall, Michigan State, Judd Heathcote. Down 9 early, not happy, but things would turn around in the second half. Sean Respert drives, stopped. Damian Bethea is going to be blocked. State keeps after it. Eric Snow, shot clock winding down, and Snow falls. Then it's Snow to Anthony Miller. The hoop with some help from Brian Caver on the foul. State holds on. Hey, the Big Ten over the Big East. Sean Respert leads all scorers with 25 despite shooting just 5 of 15 from the floor. The Spartans, next play, Duke.
Hey, Larry went bald for a Lay's commercial. Maybe that's what they're doing there. Jason Osborne the pick. DeJuan Wheat's open, and the Ville are up 22. Denny Crum. Would they choke it away? Combination of 3-point bombs and inside play get the Broncos back in it. When this drops, they were down by just 4 with 29 ticks on the clock left, but they could not overcome Clifford Rozier, Denny Crum, and the rest of the Cardinals. The outlet by Rozier. Osborne off the glass, and Minor the major throwdown. The Ville hang on, stand up straight, and take it. J.D. Hulien had 4 threes in the game, same number he had all season, but to no avail for Boise State. Rozier bumped and banged all game, hit on 8 of 12, scored 18. He also grabbed 14 boards. Southern Illinois, Minnesota. Gophers down 16-6, glass. Deshaun Leonard had 18. Then it's Jason Walton inside to Ernest Zigamazambo. 9 points, 9 boards off the bench. Part of a 20-0 run. Ian Stewart, the no-look. Over-the-shoulder layup, maybe the shot of the game. It gets you on SportsCenter. A loss gets you out of the tournament. The Gophers by 14. So ill, finished with 21 turnovers and felt even sicker when they looked at the second half box and found they hit only 9 of 26. So it's the Cardinals' NCAA win. Jerry Falwell, the founder of Liberty. First half, Liberty hangs tough. Matt Hildebrand, the 3, he scored 20. And Jeff Meyer's team is down only 6. Second half, an upset. Hildebrand open again. Liberty up 4. And Jerry's counting the prayers, but UNC goes on a 16-0 run. Rasheed Wallace, who started, scored 6 of the 16, ended up with 18. And Montross, too much height in the middle. The bucket, the foul, scored 17. Life Liberty, another NCAA win. Hey, they didn't go down in flames. They impressed, and Matt Hildebrand said, "We showed the nation we have heart." Just too much. Carolina Washington State game, close at the end. Howard Isley to Billy Curley. He had 25. BC by 1. 5 seconds to go in the game. It's tied. Gerard Abram in the corner. That's a foul. Tony Harris commits a foul with 5 seconds to go. Abram made both. BC's up 2. Washington State a chance. Harris a chance to redeem himself. But he fires from half court with about 3 to go. Had more time. BC adds another free throw and goes on to win by 3. Curley and Isley, the only 2 Eagles in double figures. The senior-dominated BC club refused to let their season end in round 1. Jim O'Brien saying more than anything, it came down to the determination of our senior class.
Down 3 late, final seconds. Canachet Neves throws up the air ball, but Cornell Parker steps on the end line. One more try for New Mexico. Charles Smith going to save the inbounds pass. It's Greg Brown. The launch, no. Neves rebounds. Turn, that could win it. No. Could tie it, it doesn't go. Virginia wins by 3. Junior Burroughs scores 20. Harold Dean adds 18 for Virginia. The Lobos shot just 30% in the second half. Virginia next plays Arizona. Hey, the Pac-10 wins. Khalid Reeves scores 32 as Arizona downs Loyola of Maryland. Kentucky, Tennessee State. Carlos Rogers ready to play. He is pumped. First half, Rogers rejects Roderick Rhodes. The Tigers staying with the Cats, although Rhodes would get a game-high 22 points. Second half, Andre Riddick beats Jeff Johnson to the hoop. This ignited a 10-0 run in 30 seconds, and Riddick's dunk capped the run. Wildcats went from up 6 to up 16. They win it easily. In the Southeast, third-seeded Kentucky moves on. Andre Riddick and Roderick Rhodes both scored 22. Tennessee State turned the ball over 28 times. Kentucky next plays Marquette. The Warriors advance with a win over Southwest Louisiana. Damon Key leads the way with 24.
And Jeff Capel's thoughts weren't with his son Jeff, who plays for Dukes. They were on his own club. Clinton McDaniel's errant pass picked up by Thad Young, who loses it right back to McDaniel. He finds Scotty Thurman, who finds Corey Beck, who finds the hole. He had 19. Aggies hang tough. Getting help. Phillip Allen's pass right off Dwight Stewart and Joe Bunn. Joe Bunn is all fired up. He scored 20. And AMN down only 5 in the second. Darnell Robinson flush. Arkansas wins going away. The big nasty Corliss adds 24, and I'd love to get one of those Snoopy ties. Close for A&T, but you know what? Close gets you nothing. Jeff Capel said, everyone's excited we got close, but I've got 12 men in the locker room crying their hearts out because they really believe they could win. Arkansas to play the winner of the G-Town-Illini game. Othello Harrington battle. What happened there? Take another look. Othello battling Kuwan Garrison, and tips up and in. 2 for Illini. Garris shoots, no help on this one needed. He had 18. Deion Thomas 19, the Illini up 6, and then George Butler takes over. He scored 14 of the final 23 Hoya points. Georgetown moves on. John Thompson says he's been waiting all year for the Butler to do it. In practice earlier Friday, Thompson told his player to look to score first, then to pass. And while Butler hit, the Illini missed, making